All right, Shalom. Before I get started, Barakati Yahweh, Barakati Yahweh Shai, Barakati Yahweh, Barakati Yahweh Shai, Barakati Yahweh, Barakati Yahweh Shai, Call Halal Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rechak Wadash. Secondly, I want to give double honor to the elders apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well, and who are the true leaders of Israel today. I also like to give another shout out to the head of the Man in Israel camp, Ak Kazat, whom I teach under, down here in Greenville, South Carolina. I also like to give another shout out to Yeshua Akim throughout the four corners of the earth that's pushing this truth and our sincerity and righteousness in these last days. And I also like to give another shout out to your Israelite foreigners that's looking like the other heathen nations causing confusion, coming back to our heritage in these last days. And another quick shout out to you few Outwat, you sisters out there that stand in order and doing what y'all need to do in these last days. All right, to y'all, I like to say shalom. And today's lesson is pretty much gonna be on getting a few scriptures on how to getting a few scriptures on knowing who the real children of Israel are, man. Who they are today, man. All right, because there's particular curses that the Lord said He was going to put on His chosen people, which are the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Right? There was a particular curse He said He was going to put on us, and you could tell who those curses are by just looking at us, man. Right? And once I get the scriptures, you're gonna see who it fit, and you're gonna see who's going through those curses today. And you're gonna realize that it's the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. You're gonna see that we are the true chosen people of the Lord, man. We are the house of God, man. It ain't these fucking Edomites, which is so-called white people, those gutter rats, those 1948. They're not the real people, right? So I'm gonna get some curses proving that we are going through those curses and they are not, right? So the first scripture we're gonna kick it off with is we're gonna get on Zion first, man. Alright, cause you don't see those gutter rats over there, those gutter rats women going over there, going through this curse right here. Right? You see the so-called most of the Negro women, this curse really fits the tribe of Judah, really southern kingdom, most of Judah though. But Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 24. And we're gonna I'm about to say fall, because I saw fall right there. But we're gonna read down to verse 26. It says, Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 24. It says, and it should come to pass, meaning that it's gonna happen, right? Future prophecy, right? This is a future prophecy. It says, and it should come to pass that instead of sweet smell, there should be stank, and instead of a girdle, a rent, and instead of a well set hair, baldness, and instead of a stomacher, a girdle of sackcloth, and burning instead of beauty. You see that? Now who's going through that curse today? Key point, it says, and it should come to pass that instead of a sweet smell, there should be stank. Now who going through this curse, man? This is so-called mainly Negroes, man. All the tribes really, but most oh my goodness, that Edomite is through. I'm doing my video in the car. He just looked through. He just need to be put down. Salakia, man. But look like he barely hanging on to life. Distraction, man. Salakia. But who's going through this curse right now, man? Mostly Southern Kingdom, but really, like I said, really the whole tribe, but most of the Southern Kingdom, man. It said that instead of a sweet smell, there should be stank. Meaning that little tuna box of theirs, man. Right? That little tuna fish box of theirs down there, man. That shit really be stank, man. That shit don't really supposed to be smelling the way it smell, It's supposed to, smell sweet, Back in the ancient world, our women, they would wash themselves in different oils, man. These women don't really do that today. You might got a few that do it, but for the most part, they don't do it, man. They eat all that. Matter of fact, I did a video on it yesterday. I did a video on these women always like to eat, crab legs, shrimps, and lobsters. That right there is killing y'all tuna box. The pH balance be all off. They don't drink enough water. They always drinking fucking sodas and juice and, different type of drinks that ain't good for the Red Bulls. They just constantly drinking that shit and not getting enough water, man. They don't balance their pH, man. Their pH balance all off and shit. They eat all fucking junk food. They don't want to cook. They always eating fast food. That's why they shit smelling so stank. So, and not only that, really more so the Lord putting them curses on their ass because how fucking wicked they are, man. The Lord putting those curses you know, on the nigga woman, man. You know, let's read it again. It said, and it should come to pass that instead of a sweet smell, there should be stank, and instead of a girdle, a rent, and instead of a well set hair, baldness. And you see that today. Most of the Southern Kingdom going through that baldness, man. You see? It says, instead of a girdle, a rent, and instead of a well set hair, baldness, and instead of a stomacher, a girdle of sackcloth, and burning instead of beauty. That man should fall by the sword, and that mighty man, it's like in that mighty in the war. There was another point I was about to make. But yeah, like you said, and instead of a girdle, a rent, and instead of a what? I'm gonna stop at that verse 24. I thought it was a point in here that I saw, but I don't know where. Matter of fact, let me see, man. How it went. Slakia. I got it. Nope. Slakia. I know it's in Isaiah. Slakia. Bear with me 1 second. Yeah, hold on. Okay, yeah. Okay, it's in verse 17. Yep, right there. Isaiah chapter 3, verse 17, it says, therefore the Lord Yahweh Shai will smite with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and the Lord Yahweh Shai will discover her secret parts. You see that the Lord put baldness on our women, man. Like I said, mostly Southern Kingdom dealing with this curse, you know, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, which are the so-called Negroes, Levites, Negroes, Haitians, and West Indians, which are the, Jamaicans. I was getting confused calling them by the original tribe instead of, what the enemy gave us. But yeah, like I said, Judah being the so-called Negroes, Benjamin being the so-called West Indians, Jamaicans, and Levi being the so-called Haitians, man, right? Most of the, Southern Kingdom dealing with that curse, really, Issachar and them, the Northern Kingdom, they got their hair pretty much long for the most part. Even that, it really supposed to be longer than that, but, at least they got way more hair than Judah, you know what I'm saying, the Southern Kingdom, because the Southern Kingdom really going through this curse heavy, man. And that's how we know, this scripture right here applies to, the so-called blacks, And if I'm not mistaken, those 1948ers, they women, they should try to shave their head bald so they could try to fit this curse. But naturally, you so-called white people hair is naturally long, man. Y'all got scrangy doggy hair, man. So y'all try to fit, cut your hair long just so y'all can fit this prophecy. No. Our woman hair naturally just fall out, or it just won't grow. Y'all hair grew. Y'all just cut it. The nigga woman hair, when they a kid, they shit just won't grow really. They might have like a little small afro. You got, don't get it wrong now. You might have a few of our women, that got long hair, but that's just the Lord balancing it out, But for the most part, they all on damn near bald. 80% on damn near bald, So let's get some more curses. Just to furthermore prove that the so-called Negroes and Spanish and Native Americans going through these curses. Now, this is really the book we're going to mostly be in, all right? Deuteronomy 28, verse 15 said, but it should come to pass, if thou would not hearken unto the voice of the Lord Yahweh thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses should come upon thee and overtake thee. So the Lord is saying, we broke his law, statutes, and commandments, that he was going to put all these curses on our people, right? And we're going to read some of those curses, man, because apparently, our people, didn't keep those laws, statutes, and commandments, because if they did, we wouldn't have went through the curses we're going through now, man. You see? So verse 16, Deuteronomy 28:16 says, "Cursed should I be in the city, and cursed should I be in the field." You see that? Now, who's cursing the city and who was cursing the field? It was you so-called Negroes, Spanish, and Native Americans, man. Right? Judah was cursed, Judah mostly being cursed in the city. Issachar mostly be cursing the field. Well, Jake really was cursing the field. Judah, the southern kingdom, mostly Judah, was cursing the fields right along with Issachar, because Issachar still like working in the fields, man. In those corn fields and shit, squash fields and shit. But for the most part, it says, "Cursed should I be in the city, and cursed should I be in the field." Now, who is cursed today in the city, in the field today, man? Right, the modern day field would be the plantations, man. Because we're not literally working in fields no more. We're working in plantations. But it says, "Cursed should I be in the city" now, right? Meaning, on the streets, man. Who's cursing the city? Jake cursing the city. Jake get killed in the cities, right? Police, just run up and shoot Jake unarmed. Jake be unarmed, and Esau would just mow Jake ass down for no reason, man. Jake reached to go get his damn license or registration at the glove department or whatnot. Esau putting damn near 15 bullets in his ass, probably more than that, And he going just to get his license, and he'll tell the officer that he's going to get his ID. Guess what happened? 15 shots for no reason. And Jake ain't never. And then the thing is, Jake probably never had a gun. For the most part, it be like that too. There's multiple incidents that happen like that, man. George Floyd, even though we know that me personally, I feel like that was a setup. Trayvon Martin, right? That man went to go get a damn Arizona and the fucking iced tea. Arizona and some damn Skittles, man. And he was just walking in his neighborhood, and we come to find out his daddy did that, but he's still being cursed. That's us still being cursed. What so many fucking names, man. You can't even keep up with all of them, man. But those were just some examples, It says, "And cursed should I be in the field." And who's cursing the field, man? Right? Jake. You see? Jake be cursing these plantations. Jake got to bust their ass off for little pay, right? And then Jake be the first one, fired but last hired, right? That's us being cursed. And not only that, back in the day, we was cursing the field. We didn't pick a certain amount of cotton, we was probably beaten. If we try to run away, we was gonna be beaten in the field, right? Who's going through that curse? You 1948ers ain't going through that. It's the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans that's going through this, man. So let's get some more. We're going to get the key points, really. All right, verse 28, Deuteronomy 28:28. It says, "The Lord Yahweh Shah should smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart." Meaning, our people are bugged the fuck out, man. Honestly, bro, just look at Jake. You ride around in your car and you go to like Jake poor neighborhood. Jake just fucking lost, man. Jake is all in all type of drugs, saying all type of bugged out shit, man. The Lord really smacked these people with madness, man. Astonishment of heart. You see, blindness. You see, they can't see spiritually. See all the bullshit that's going on. The Lord really blinded our people, man. Our people so fucking bugged out, man. It's sad, honestly, man. You hate to see them like that, but you understand that they deserve it at the same time because how wicked they is, man. But just look at our people today, man. Just look at them, man. Even in the truth wise, man, you got a lot of bugged out people saying madness, man. That's the Lord doing that, man. And that's a curse that he was going to put on our people, right? So let's get another one. Oh, that's a good one right here. Deuteronomy 28:32. It says, "Thy sons and thy daughters should be given unto another people, and thy eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there should be no might in thy hand." You see that? It says, "Thy sons and thy daughters should be given unto other people," man. Meaning other nations, man. Or it could be a people of your nations as well. But for the most part, they be with the Edomites, man. Jake, somebody called DSS on the kids and Next thing you know, your kids got to go somewhere else. You know, probably because you ain't making enough money to, to take care of them, or sometimes for the most case it be because they living all nasty and shit for the most part. But that's still a curse, man, because your kids is giving it to other people, man. You don't know who got your kids, man. And mostly, that was happening in slavery as well, on those auction blocks. The slave might, take the mama away, and leave the kids, or, you know what I'm saying? That's fucked up, man. Who went through that, man? Who went through that in slavery, man? It definitely went you so-called white people, man. Because even when y'all did went through the cause, I'm not gonna say the whole thing, y'all still had y'all kids with y'all, man. Y'all died together. Jake kids was, giving it to other people, man. Jake kids might, let's say, for example, I was 10 years old, but I was a good slave worker. They might sell me on the auction block and take me away from my mom just because I was a good worker. You see? At my age. Now, who going through that curse, man? It damn sure ain't you so-called white people, man. It damn sure ain't you Moabites. It damn sure ain't you, Ammonites, damn Hamites. It's Jake going through this, man. And our people still going through this to this day, man. So let's get another one. Deuteronomy 20:37. And thou should become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whether the Lord Yahweh Bashim lead thee. You see that? Who the one? Bruh. Now, don't get it twisted, because Esau did change everybody's nationality, right? They say he put a covering cast of all nations. But besides that, who get called worse of words, man? Jake, the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? What they call Jake? Not any particular tribes, but for the most part, they call us wetbacks, niggas, black, monkeys, what else? African American, Afro American, right? Besides, you see all those bywords and shit they call us, but they don't call us our God-given nationality, man. We the only nation, that had our nationality changed multiple fucking times, man. More than 4 times, man. These other nations don't really get their nationality changed like that. They call them Chinese and that's it. Japanese and that's it. Africans and that's it. We done went through, like I said, we done went through color, Negro, African American, Afro American. You see? We got all these new terms, man. We never had a true, name on us, man. But of course, we understand our true nationality is Israelites, tribe of Judah or whatnot, stuff like that. But for the most part, we was never really given our real name, man. At least, we never stuck with one name, man, as I should say. We always was given a different name. We always had a different name put on us, man. So let's go to we'll get some more. Okay, verse 46. This is a key point too, because like we always say, when you want to get something to eat, right? Let's say, for example, you want to go to Chick-fil-A or whatnot. You will know what Chick-fil-A is by the sign, right? Just like how these curses, the Lord said in Deuteronomy 28:46, and they should be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. You see that? These curses are gonna be on our seed forever. It said for a sign, man. You see that? Meaning that sign, you're gonna know who are the true people, because these signs is gonna be on us forever, man. They still on us to this day. So, what I was about to say. Oh yeah, that's how we know the Israelites are here today, man, because they said forever. These curses are gonna not when they say forever, not meaning forever, because we understand these curses is about to be lifted up off of us, when the Lord Yahweh shall return, right? So it said, and they should be and they should be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. See that? These curses are gonna be on our people until Yahweh shall come and redeem us, That's how we know that the true Israelites are the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man, because we the only ones that's going through these curses today, man. We the only ones. And it said for a sign. Meaning you're going to see, you're going to look at these people and know that that's the sign right there, that these are the people of the Lord, man. Point blank, period. There is no ifs, ands, or buts, man, about us being the Lord's people. Just look at us, man. You know, not trying to brag about the shit we're doing, but, you know, you see it by the signs that the Lord given us, you know. I'm going to get two more curses, man. Deuteronomy 28 and verse 48, it says, therefore should thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord Yahweh shall send against thee, in hunger, and in the thirst, and in nakedness, right? Lord said this to serve thy enemies, man. You know, in hunger and thirst and in nakedness, right? Who going through this curse, man? Right? It says to send thee against thee in hunger, meaning we got to go to them for food. Who own these food businesses? These Edomites mostly. Right, Jake might got a few businesses, but at the end of the day, they still got to pay taxes and shit to Esau. You know? And if Jake do got a business, shit ain't last no more than 5 years damn near. For the most part. You see? So we got to go to them for food, water, right? Like you said, in thirst, water should be free. But, you know, the earth is giving it to the hand of the wicked, of course. It said, and in the nakedness, right? Meaning we got to go to them for clothes, right? Jake, and then what pisses me off, Jake be killing over these fucking clothes, man. Right? You killing those fucking Edomite Brandon, man. You see, they be, you know, you gotta go to them for Nike, right? Adidas, right? Versace, right? Polo, right? All Tommy Hilfiger, all these other little clothing lines, man. We gotta go to them for everything. And then Jake be like, well, why y'all always shop? Why if y'all hate the white man so much, why y'all always buying clothes and shit from them? Because we got no choice. We don't own our own, you know, clothing line. Jake can't even afford it, you know. So we gotta go to Esau for that stuff, man. The Lord just told you in the curse that we're gonna have to go to them for one of all things. Because you know, and you know, you saw what happened when we did have our own Black Wall Street. What happened? They bombed it. Because they saw us prospering without them, man. So we got no choice but to go to them, nigga. But anyway, let's get one more and we'll close out. I'm gonna end it with this. I was gonna get 68, Deuteronomy 28, 68, but y'all can read that on your own. You know, I want to get this scripture right here, man, because this is a heavy one right here, man. You know, and that's another thing too. That's how you know this is the Lord's people, because we the only ones that got to go to them for, you know, for that shit, man. Mostly, man. You know. Oh, I ain't even finished the damn scripture out too. Damn. Thought I finished it up. I'm glad I remembered. Because it was another key point. Deuteronomy 28 and 48, I'm going to read the latter end. It said, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck. That's the spirit that had me go back up too. But it said, he should put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until you have destroyed thee, man. Let's look up yokes of iron. We're just going to look up yokes of iron, man. Yoke of iron. And we're just going to type in images and we're going to see what pop up. Who going through that curse, man? Who had that happen to them, man? It said he should put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until you had destroyed it. Meaning, you know, once he saw people not trying to rebel, you know, he was gonna take those yokes off. Just like if you got a dog, right, and that dog keep leaving the gate, right, you got a shocker collar on the dog, and every time the dog leave the yard, that shit shock him. I thought, wow, that dog ain't gonna leave that gate no more, because he already know you can take that collar off his ass now, because hey, he's so goddamn used to that damn collar being on his goddamn neck, so he know not to leave that fucking yard no more without permission. Same way with our people. Once Esau saw people not trying to rebel no more, and they saw that they was scared and fear for their life, and he took the yokes of iron off, because he already knew they weren't gonna rebel no more. You see that? Those Edomites ain't had no yokes of iron on their neck. Moab damn sure ain't had no yokes of iron on their neck. Ham damn sure ain't had no yokes of iron on their neck. Right? Etc., man. Who had that done to them, man? Israel. Israel, man. Now let's get this last one we'll close out. Deuteronomy 28:54, it says, so that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye should be evil toward his brother. You see that? Because once upon a time, our people was very, tender and delicate amongst each other. We would look out, we saw poor, Jake or something, poor Eve. We'll look out, give him a couple dollars or whatnot, and, tell him, you feel me, pray for him, whatnot, look out pretty much, man. But it says, so that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes should be evil towards his brother. Now, his eyes evil towards his brother, man. See Jake gang banging against each other, man. Shooting each other down the street for no fucking reason. Niggas want to be blood, Crip, GD and shit, man. Our people got an evil eye towards each other. You can't even look Jake in the eye for 3 seconds without them thinking you trying to do something to them. And I saw something on TikTok, man, that kind of was like, damn. It was a Jake. I guess he was just I don't know. He just made the TikTok on TikTok or whatnot. And he was saying, the difference, when you walking in your neighborhood, right? And he was pretty much showing, when you walk past, how you walking one way and you got somebody walking the other way, but y'all walking past each other. You got one going the other way and one going, you going one way and the other one going the other way, but you still got to cross each other. He had it where, it was two black people doing it. They'll look back at each other when they pass each other, they'll look back to make sure they ain't doing nothing. But then when you had a Jake and then you had an Edomite doing the same thing, Jake ain't never looked back or, look back at him, man, at Esau. And I was just like, damn, man, that's crazy, man. That's true. That's very much true. Jake looked back at their own people because they don't trust them, man. They scared they might get shot in the back. And, but when Esau, walk past him, Jake don't really fear, man. When Esau is the true fucking enemy, man. The true fucking enemy, man. But that just, the curse the Lord put on us, man. And I hate it got to be that way, but it just do, But and it says, and towards the wife of his bosom, and towards the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. Who's known for single household, man? Jake, Eve, man. Our people raised in single households, man. Never grew up with a father in their house. Most of the time, it be because, if you read the Willie Lynch letters, the Willie Lynch, had Eve put out Jake so they can receive those government benefits, man, for the most part. Or Eve pretty much ran the husband off because of her wickedness. Like the scripture said, I was a door with a damn dragon, roughly paraphrasing, than a wicked fucking woman, man. But that just show you who going through these curses, man. These Edomites, these so-called white people, they got good, happily families, man. They don't shoot down each other like that, for the most part. It'd mostly be Jake doing that shit, man. You so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. But anyway, man, Lord, when this video was edifying, we'll close out with giving all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rechakwadash. Shalom till next time. Shalom.